Hello, everybody, and welcome to the last episode of Dark Souls 3. Last episode, we killed Shit-Eater Madir, along with Half-Light Spear of the Church. We are going to be getting right into the next boss right away, who is a fan favorite. I know a lot of people that say this is their favorite boss, and honestly, rightfully so. The boss we're about to fight is a very, very, very good boss. But it's also a very hard one that I plan on spending a few embers on. There's no way I first tried this guy coming up here. Here we have Princess Filianor. This will be the we'll be seeing 3 out of 4. She is the 3rd out of the 4th that we've seen, given we played Dark Souls 1. Now, this egg that she has... well, I'll let the cutscene go ahead and speak for itself, actually. So, in talking with Filianor, or not talking with, but rather interacting with Filianor, we got sent to the far, 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 far future, even farther into the future than the Dreg Heap, to where now we are literally to where us and only one other man is alive. Now, this means that eventually, no matter what, the world will be reduced to this form, one way or another. Doesn't matter how many people link the flame and keep it going, the world will reach this point, no matter what. I should probably rest with this bonfire. Oh, I'm so scared for this boss. I'm gonna get my ass... I know I'm gonna get my ass kicked. And over there, I believe that's Irithyll, and then that's Castle Lothric. Oh boy. Oh man, alright, here we go. Shit. Beware. Beware the red cape.
Oh, Filianor. Help me, please. The Red Hood is come to eat us, to eat our dark souls.
You got this, buddy. You can make it. She's totally okay in there. Keep going. Keep going, little buddy. It is right there. You're almost there. Keep going, bud. You got it. I don't actually know. Does he end up making it? I thought he curled up and died. Do you make it? Well...
Filianor, help me.
So, he spoke of the Red Hood. You might remember who had a Red Hood, you might not. Regardless, here we go into one of the coolest set-piece bosses to ever exist in gaming. Oh man. Can you see him from here, I wonder? I don't think you can. Oh boy. Here we go.
What? Still here? Hand it over, that thing, your dark soul. For my lady's painting.
Alright, here we go. Now, I don't remember his moveset at all, so this will be fun. But you are still as tanky as I remember. Fuck. Ow. Please get off the bank. It's really hard to see your attacks when you're up here. Damn it. Now, fighting him the first time is the hardest because you have to fight him down here in these sandbanks. However, when you die, you get to fight him in a much easier arena. Phase 2 10 heals is gonna be fucking terrible. Oh shit, here we go. I need to quick whip my sweatshirt off. Alright, we're back.
Is this the blood? The blood of the dark soul.
God, he's so cool. Alright, now we're about to get our ass beat. Let's go ahead and do this. Now, his cape is going to deal damage. It's going to be a lingering hitbox, essentially. He's also going to be able to cast miracles, spells, and use a rapid-fire crossbow, which is exactly as absurd as it sounds. Prick. Alright, here's where shit heats up, boy. Get out! Ah! God, I love this fight so much. It's so fucking crazy. Die, bitch! Jesus Christ! Not gonna follow it up in the third, thank God. Yeah, so as you can see, you have to time your attacks fucking perfectly. He gives you no heal window, and shit goes crazy. Thought I missed that dodge timing, not gonna lie. Am I actually gonna first try him? That'd be sick. Get him, get him, get him. Ah, damn it. Holy shit, a first try Gael. Woo! Alright. Damn! Oh my god, that feels good. I think I first tried him maybe once or twice. Damn, that feels good. Whew, alright. So, like I said, Slave Knight Gael is a lot of people's favorite boss because he is so fucking nuts. He is so ungodly hectic. Oh my god. Okay. Now that we have the Blood of the Dark Soul, we need to go back to the Ashes of Ariandel DLC and go to the Ariandel Chapel and go talk with his niece who is making that painting. That line, I kid you not, I quote that line to my friends. Whenever I want something from them, I'll point at it and I'll say, give me that thing. Yeah, dark soul. They always look at me like I'm fucking nuts. Oh well. So as you can see, now Ariandel is on fire. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna essentially just get a few lines of dialogue from her since we got the flame from her.
Fire cannot paint a world. Those absorbed by fire must not paint a world. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten, Mother.
Whew, man, I was sweating like a bitch after that one. So we are gonna give. Well, we're gonna talk to her first.
Thy gift of flame has taken root, and Uncle Gael will soon bring the pigment.
How bad news.
Colored like the dark soul of man.
So, what's happened here is Gael knew that eventually the world was going to go to shit and we weren't going to make it in time to, or rather he wasn't going to be sane enough in time to give her the Blood of the Dark Soul. Gael killed literally everybody that was left. Everybody that wasn't already dead, Gael killed in pursuit of the Dark Soul. However, you know, we have the Dark Soul as a champion of Ash, along with Gael kind of having a Dark Soul, I guess, if that makes sense. So he needed to give the Dark Soul to this chick so that she could paint her world. However, like I said, we had the Dark Soul, but then Gael also had his own Dark Soul. And he knew he could trust us to where we would be sane enough until the ends of time to go and put him down in his crazed state. So that's what we did. Get it for the blood
My
of the Dark Soul.
thanks, Ashen One. With this will I paint a world. Please tell me thy name. I would name this painting after thee.
Sure.
My thanks. I will paint a world of that name. 'Twill be a cold, dark, and very gentle place. And one day, it will make someone a goodly home. I wonder when Uncle Gael intends his return. I hope the new painting will be to him a gentle home.
Yeah.
My thanks. I will assuredly finish the painting of a cold, dark one day.
Yeah. Yeah, so I hate to break it to you, but Gael isn't coming back. That's a lot farther of a drop than I thought it was. And I'm pretty sure if we rest and reload the area that she actually is working on the painting, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, we're gonna see. I'm pretty sure she is. Or you might have to reload it and like exit the area and come back a few times. That's possible. I think that's what it might be. Okay, well anywho, there's one of our 3 bosses for our boss rush down. We're gonna go ahead and head back to Firelink Shrine and level up, I think, with this Gael's Soul twice. Now, you can get either Gael's sword or you can get his machine gun crossbow. I'm pretty sure it's what you can get. We'll go talk to Ludleth super quick. The machine gun crossbow is admittedly not that good, but it's really cool.
So,
Yeah, Gael's greatsword. And the repeating crossbow, yeah, we need 20 dex for it. We're not going to be able to use it. But it's still super cool. Yeah, honestly, all the boss weapons are really cool. But none of them fit into our build.
The eyes show a world destitute of fire.
Oh, we've already heard that. Okay.
I took the mantle of Lord of Cinder of mine own volition. I speak these words with pride. Choose thy fate alone. Seize it with thine own hands. All the more should thy fate entail such foul betrayal.
Alright, basically he's telling us that if betrayal is what we really want, then have at it. We are going to sell Slave Knight Gael's soul to you. Do I have anything else that I need to sell? No.
Well, very well then.
Let's go ahead and put the points into Vitality, see if I can wear the full set. Point.
Farewell, Ashen.
No. Okay. Now I guess we just kinda hope that we don't die to the next boss. So now we're gonna head to the Great Belfry for my favorite boss in the whole series. He's typically either people really love him or people really hate him, because he's a hard boss. He's widely considered to be a pain in the ass. So if you remember a while ago, I said don't ring the spell, nothing will remain once the bell is tolled. Now that we're amped up, we're powered up, we're going to be ending the episode, or not ending the episode, ending the series here. Now we can. god, he's so fucking cool. Alright. This is... I know I said it with Gael, that I was probably going to blow through embers, and I didn't, which makes me a little bit hopeful for Nameless King. Because I would say Gael's probably harder than Nameless King. But fuck, he's a cool boss. So, note that now he's called the King of the Storm. I haven't fought him in a fucking minute. I might have to relearn his moveset too. Are you gonna do your fire breath? Oh, you dummy. When he jumps up, run as far away as you can because he's about to do a bullshit. This is the one attack that I think ruins the fight, kind of. He does a pretty bullshit fire AoE that will absolutely destroy your health bar. Ow! Oh, damn it. Come on, give me that riposte, baby. Really? No poise break yet. There it is. Oh, that just killed him. Okay. Usually you can get a poise break on him, but we're not done yet. This is what makes him my favorite boss, along with his music. He's such a badass. Oh my god. Alright, time for... Oh, my timing was just off. Doing this follow-up? No. Now, the reason that Nameless King gets slandered is because he doesn't have set combos. He has random attacks that he throws. He's very unpredictable. Sometimes he'll hit you with a 4-piece combo, other times he'll only hit you with the first. He's not easy to predict. Ooh, it's a good thing he didn't hit me with that. Okay, it's looking like we have to one hit and then done. Damn, that attack is so hard to tell off of. Come on, buddy. Damn it! That one is so hard to time. We're getting hit here. Oh, and he hits us with the grapple. Or grab, I guess. That was greedy, shouldn't have gone for the second. Damn you. Oh, wow, that was stupid. God damn it, I hate that attack. That is legitimately the one thing that is not good about this boss. He has 2 attacks that are kind of dog shit. Sometimes he lunges off of that. Is he doing his 4-piece? No. Don't do it. Come on, give me the second. Bam! First try Nameless King, too. God damn. Air, fire, destroyed. And there we have it, my favorite boss. God, he's so cool. And with that, all 4 of Gwyn's children are dead. That's right, the Nameless King is actually the Nameless One, being Gwyn's oldest born son, who betrayed humans for the dragons, which is why Archdragon Peak was made. And here we have a Titanite slab, and if we come down a little bit more, we are going to get some very interesting armor. What's my recording time looking like? Both of them in 26? That's not bad at all. Probably finish up around like... My guesstimate's going to be 42 is what this minute's going to be. We get Ornstein's set, which is very hype. And his spear. And his set looks kind of goofy in this game, in my opinion. I don't really like it that much. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of how it looks. On Ornstein it makes sense. Maybe it's just the slim build that it doesn't look nice with. However, it does kind of... You can kind of mix and match it with the Iron Dragon Slayer set. Kind of. Why am I over? Oh, because I have the leggings on. Alright. So now, we're going to head back to the shrine. We're going to sell some more shit. Get some more levels off. And then we're going to beat the game. We've done all the bosses up until, obviously, the last boss. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Alright, so that. We can sell Ornstein's set. I'm not super worried about it. Okay, now I'm assuming these guys have different dialogue now.
Knowest thou of that soppy that cordially and then?
Okay. You don't say anything now.
It wasn't neat. Weapons and but
You don't say anything new. I know Cornix doesn't say anything new. I'm pretty sure Irina, if you do her quest, not the one that ends with her dying, she ends up giving you a little bit of extra dialogue. Alright.
Well,
I think I've got 1 level in me for sure. 2 levels, alright. I'll put 1 in first just to see if I can wear it. .7, it's gonna be close.
Farewell, Ashen.
It's going to be very close. 70.8, 1 more level and I'd be able to. Oh well. So now that we have all of the Souls of Cinder, or the Ashes, whatever you want to call it. Cinders of Allure, that's what they're called. You put all of them on their rightful throne. So like that throne there is Yorm. Then above it we have the Abyss Watchers. And over here, Ludlith is already in his throne, like the good Lord of Cinder that he is. Here is Aldrich. And then last but not least, up here, we have Prince Lothric. And there's all the souls of the lords. Now the Firekeeper is going to come over to here.
The 5 lords sit their 5 thrones, all thanks to thee, most worthy of lords. Ashen One, with the lords as thy witness, bend thy knee afore the bonfire's coiled sword, and let the lords' embers acknowledge thee as their true heir, a true lord, fit to link the fire.
Alright.
Farewell, Ashen One. Mayst thou thy peace discover.
This scene here was my screensaver on my PlayStation for a very long time.
Noble lords of Cinder, the fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir. Let him grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
Alright. I'm going to light the bonfire here. And now, we're in the kiln of the first flame. If you watched my Dark Souls 1 playthrough, you'll know how important that is. Now, yet again, we are a ways in the future. Not super far, but as you can see, we're in the same time of the Dreg Heap and everything else. Something kind of fun. I'm pretty sure that down there is actually supposed to be where the Abyss Watchers are. Now, we'll proceed to the first flame. Now, it isn't... You aren't told for the longest time who the last boss of the game is. They only really called him the Red Knight. Also, this bonfire here will take you to the Dreg Heap, which is the start of the Ringed City DLC. So we're going to light and rest at this bonfire here. And just like I did for Gwyn, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself once I get up to the boss here, just because I want to do that for last bosses, so you don't have to hear my incessant rambling. But look at this place. It looks so cool, like how the world is all flipped up and screwed up. Also, there's Firelink Shrine up there, due to the fire fading. It's so cool. We have a beautiful view over here. Up here. Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and mute up. I hope you guys enjoy this last boss fight here. I will see you in a bit. There we have it. Soul of Cinder. Now, I'm going to explain his lore a little bit. The Soul of Cinder is the embodiment of everyone to ever link the flame. We quite literally fought the bonfire, if that makes sense. Gwyn, our Dark Souls 1 character, the Dark Souls 2 character, everyone else who has ever linked the fire. Even if you've played the game, you sitting behind the screen, if you've linked the fire, I just killed you. How do you feel about that? And you might have noticed in the second phase, it plays Gwyn's boss music, but like revamped, if that makes sense. Which is so cool. So, we are very quickly going to have a Siegbrow, a good old brewski to celebrate the end of the series. And since we're doing the secret ending, we need to summon the Firekeeper.
The first flame quickly fades. Darkness will shortly settle. But one day, tiny flames will dance across the darkness. Like embers linked by Lord's path. Ashen One, hearest thou my voice still?
There we have it. Dark Souls 3, baby. Oh my god, I love this game so much. I've said it before, and honestly with this recent playthrough, it's my favorite game ever made. It's so good. The story is just... The story, the gameplay, the bosses, the level design. It wraps up the Dark Souls trilogy so ungodly well. Like, there's so many different game series or movie series or TV series where they're really good and they keep really good pace and then they fall short at the finish line. Dark Souls 3 did not fall victim to that. It doesn't matter which of the 3 endings you do, all of them honestly make sense, so I'm going to talk about all 3 endings. The ending that you're most likely to get, that doesn't take any quest lines, it's just the normal kind of default ending, is you link the flame once more. And if you remember in Dark Souls 1, that was a massive spectacle. Like, everything's exploding and on fire, and it's a huge deal. However, in Dark Souls 3, if you take that route, the flame is very small. It's hardly even enough to engulf you. The flame grows weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker as time goes on. And at the end of the day, it's going to end up going out anyways. No matter how many people go through the super long, daunting process, the fire is gonna die someday anyways. Which is why I went with my ending, which I also believe to be the canon ending. We put the fire out, rather than constantly waiting and undergoing the cycle of suffering over and over and over and relinking the flame. We called it quits and we said, end it. Just stop. So in putting the flame out, this doesn't mean that it is the end of the world per se. The end of our world, yes. But as you heard the Firekeeper say, flames will dance across the darkness yet. So like I said, while our world might be done, sometime in the far, far future, the fire's going to come back. And then we're going to go through this cycle again and again and again and again, and it's just the cycle of the world of Dark Souls. Now the third ending, you take the power of the fire. It's called the Lord of Hollows ending, which you heard me say it and throw it around a few times. Essentially you follow the Dark Moon Knight's quest, and you steal the fire for yourself. Rather than linking it and giving it to everyone or putting it out forever, you take it. You... what's the word they use? Not manifest. Basically, you steal the fire. And that makes it so that you are now forever in control of the fire, along with the Dark Moon Knights, and you're also known as the Lord of Hollows. This makes it so that eventually everybody's gonna go hollow. Everybody's gonna end up absolutely miserable, but that doesn't matter because you won't. You might be the Lord of Hollows, and you might technically be a hollow, but you won't ever be crazed like them, due to having the fire inside of you. I think there are a few people that argue that that's the canon ending. I really don't think it is, given we haven't had a Dark Souls 4. I think if we had a Dark Souls 4, they'd do a link save sort of thing, where like you play through all of Dark Souls 4 and then the last boss is your Dark Souls 3 end character. Or just like an NPC fight. I really don't think that's the case. I think our ending comes out to be the canon. But, with that kind of ending explained, I want to go through and just talk about the game and what it means to me. I said a lot of this in the Dark Souls 1 end credit review, but with Dark Souls 3 being my favorite, I think I'm going to have a lot more to say about it. So, as previously mentioned, Dark Souls, the series, has completely changed my outlook on life. And I mean completely changed my outlook on life. I used to throw the towel in, I used to get pissed at a lot of stuff, and I used to just quit. I used to be one of the world's worst quitters and procrastinators. And if something didn't work, I'd just say, throw it out the window, fuck it, I'll find something else to do. But Dark Souls taught me that's not the way to approach life. There was a teacher I once had that taught me that, and this was after I'd already learned about it, but he put it into the phrase of, so what, next pitch. Which means, okay, it didn't work out. Go again. And again. And again. And ultimately, that's what you end up doing. You throw yourself at the brick wall that is Dark Souls over and over and over and over and over. And eventually, shit works out for you. And it's the same way in real life. You throw yourself at the brick wall that is life over and over and over and over. And if you really, really, really keep kicking the shit out of life, it's going to kick the shit out of you back, but you know what? You're going to come out on top. And that is one thing that Dark Souls has taught me, is you have to keep going. You can't be a quitter. And that's not only something that it teaches you through its gameplay and its environment, but also in its story and the community that echoes. It's like an echo chamber saying the same thing of the lessons that go throughout Dark Souls. Without this game series, I don't know if I would have turned out to be a published author. I don't know if I would have placed third place at state in a speaking competition on my first try. There are so many things that I could not have done without Dark Souls. And I know that sounds so stupid, especially like if you're someone that doesn't really game that much or hasn't played the series. The series has changed me as a person for the better in ways that it's so hard to put into words how much this series means to me. And I honestly can't attribute that to the same as like Demon Souls or Bloodborne or Elden Ring or Sekiro. Don't get me wrong, those are all great games too. but the Dark Souls trilogy itself just did and does so much for me. And I genuinely believe that I will be playing this game until the day that I go hollowed, wither up, and die. With that said, that is my playthrough of Dark Souls 3, Fire Fades Edition, all boss run. I hope you all enjoyed, and with that comes closure. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and yeah, peace.